2021 or 11.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me at the back? Yes. Thank you very much. And it's such a pleasure to be here today. I know I stand here giving a speech, the last speech I believe of today. I'll try and keep it short and sweet. But I look around and I look at all of you here today, many of whom I know, and all of you should be standing on this stage too. And that's because although what I'm going to share today are stories, are lessons that I've learned very much from all of you, lessons of strength I learned from you, lessons of hope, of compassion, of love, of acceptance I've learned from you. So I should be thanking you today. So thank you. A very special welcome to our guest of honor, Yang Mulia Tengku Dato Dr. Hishamuddin Zaizi bin Yang Amat Mulia Tengku Bendahara Azman Shah Al-Haj, our fellow and beloved UNHCR representative to Malaysia, Thomas Albrecht, our friends from Australia, and of course to all of the ladies' organizations and all of you here today. If I were to be very honest with you, and perhaps like many of us in this community, in this space, I haven't been feeling very, positive or happy over the past few months with what's happening around the world. And to stand here and to speak of possibility, to speak of the future, and to remain optimistic feels very difficult, especially at times like this. And so I do get invited to speak at various different forums and engagements, and I was actually declining a lot of them over the past few months. But when I did see this proposal, this email come through, and I read about it, I mean, it sounded too good and too exciting to not want to stand here and to be part of it and to learn more. But of course, when Lena asks, how do you say no to a beautiful lady like this? She's doing amazing work, so thank you for being someone in Malaysia who does so much and spearheads this. You are a beacon to so many other refugee women. The kind of resilience and determination I've seen in our community, whether it's the nonprofits, the organizations, the schools, the groups, the youth groups, and other individuals, is very inspiring. It takes an immense amount of courage, empathy, and unwavering belief in what they are doing, in what you're doing. Honestly, it's not a path for everyone. And for people like me, I have a choice. Yet, most of you here today, and for millions around the world, you don't have that same choice. It is your life. When we see the world around us filled with so many images of pain and suffering and injustice, it's only human to feel overwhelmed and to feel silenced. But it's during these very tough moments that we must remember, when it gets harder, we persevere. And when hope seems to fade, holding on to faith becomes crucial. We've learned so many lessons from our Palestinian brothers and sisters. And so especially at times like this, we cannot allow the ugliness of war or xenophobia or hate to be the loudest noise in any room. We must amplify the good work so many do. We must show the compassion, the love, the hope that so many of us, of you, embody. And we must act. We must walk the talk. And so why is this Empowering Refugee Women Expo so important? Well, for a few reasons to me. The first is it's building community and breaking silos. When we talk about building community, we're not just talking about physical structures or settlements. We're talking about nurturing a collective spirit, a sense of camaraderie, shared experiences, mutual support that transcends our geographical boundaries and cultural differences. Refugee communities, often formed by individuals from diverse backgrounds, find themselves united by a common thread: their shared experience of displacement, hardship, and a quest for a better future. In these communities, people often speak different languages, practice different customs, and come from various cultural backgrounds. These networks of support are lifelines for those navigating the challenges of displacement. In these communities, individuals lean on each other for emotional support, practical guidance, and solidarity. They share stories, advice, and resources, creating a safety net that goes beyond mere survival. It fosters a sense of belonging and identity in a world that feels very uncertain and unfamiliar. It serves as a counterforce against the feelings of being uprooted and disconnected from one's roots. Instead, it provides a foundation, a home away from home, where individuals can feel understood, supported, and valued. When challenges arise, the collaborative nature of these networks allow for the pooling of resources, knowledge sharing, and collective problem solving. Individuals draw strength from each other's experiences and also expertise, finding innovative solutions to solve common issues. The unity and cohesion fostered within these communities go beyond mere social bonds. They serve as a catalyst for empowerment. By breaking down the barriers of isolation and fostering a strong sense of belonging, these communities empower individuals to reclaim their narratives, preserve their cultural heritage, and chart their own path towards a brighter future. In essence, building community and breaking silos, something we do see in Malaysia, because while refugees live amongst our society, they often still live isolated with minimal integration, and from that comes a myriad of different kinds of challenges. So by doing this, it's not just creating physical spaces, it's fostering a sense of unity, shared purpose, and collective resilience that empowers individuals to overcome challenges and thrive amidst difficult times and situations. The second thing I sort of encountered or learned was when I was in India a few years ago. And this was, I was doing some work with an international organization called World Vision. And they use this principle that to help, their work is very focused on helping children. And so they said, to help a child, you have to help their family. And to help a family, you have to help the community. And the work that I do with Fuji is very much child-focused, but I have to say that in the past 15 years, we know this to be very true. You want to help children, but if you don't look beyond the child, your help often is very short-lived. And we know that children do not live in isolation, but as integral parts of family units with larger communities. Their growth and welfare are deeply influenced by the nurturing environment provided by their families. Whenever a child faces challenges, the family unit is the primary source of care and guidance. However, the family, in the case of so many women today, operates within a larger context, the community. The well-being of a family is shaped by so many different external factors, including access to resources, social support, economic opportunities, and community services. So supporting families in a sustainable manner involves nurturing a broader environment that addresses all the different needs individuals have within communities. And so to give you an example, when I was in India, I met a family, husband and wife, and they had 2 daughters. Now their daughters were finishing primary, entering secondary school, and the parents lived in a very small village, didn't have good jobs, didn't have stable income. Life was very difficult. And so when I met this family, both of the children were in university. And I remember the father saying this to me. He said, if, in this case, World Vision had not come in and helped us, helped my wife and I start a business, earn an income, and live better lives, today both of my daughters would not have finished school, not have gone to university. They'd probably be married with children. And they were probably 20 by then. They'd be married with at least 1 or 2 children. And so we know that things can change, but we know that in order to help a child, we have to look at the women and what are their needs. And in order to do that, we have to look at the husband and also look at the wider community. And taking that approach really helps us see long-term change that works for everybody. And finally, the idea that community ownership of refugee challenges. I stand here today as someone who's not part of the community, but I've learned so much over the past 15 years from many of you. And so we know that you guys have the best answers to your problems. We know that it makes sense that those of you directly impacted by challenges have the insight, the resilience, the innovative solutions to address your own circumstances. And empowering refugees to take ownership of their challenges signifies a shift from being passive recipients of aid and charity and handouts to becoming active participants to shaping your own destinies, your future. This empowerment instills a sense of self-determination, agency, dignity, and allowing refugees to reclaim control over their lives. Moreover, community ownership stimulates a culture of innovation within refugee communities. And this approach doesn't just focus on short-term fixes, but we hope to build sustainable solutions. And this is something that all of us organizations, there's so many of us in the room today on all sides doing all sorts of work, that we're looking at long-term solutions, working with as many partners as we can to make a difference. And so today, in celebrating all of the organizations, the women-led organizations that are doing amazing work, you're not just social businesses or organizations to support other women. It's not just about financial success. You're about empowerment, you're about breaking barriers, challenging stereotypes, and shattering the glass ceilings that exist above you. You're about creating an ecosystem where women are not just surviving, because we're not about surviving, right, ladies? We want to thrive, right? We want to be the best that we can be, not just for ourselves, but also for our children. So bringing your visions to life, inspiring communities, and redefining the narrative of what it means to be a woman and what it means to be a refugee woman here in Malaysia. And I think our commitment to you, my commitment to you, my organization's commitment to you is that we support you, we want to work together, and as much as we can have collaborative partnership, that's the most important thing to support you guys in achieving your goals and your dreams. So I'd like to ask all the ladies here today from the organizations to stand up, because we would like to celebrate you, your lives, and the work that you do, being who you are in Malaysia. So if you'd like to stand, all of the ladies from all of our groups from so many countries here today, we want to celebrate you. Thank you. And big congratulations to the whole team that have worked on this project, and we look forward to more partnerships like this. Thank you and congratulations.